Hello friends, I am back finally.
It feels like decades.
We had a couple of difficult life things pop up. My son came into town and living life, and so I think probably most people can relate that after you get out of the habit of doing something, finding excuses not to do that thing, or it becomes easier to not do what it is that you want to do. Anyway, that has been part of the reason that I haven't made a video in so long, but I am here, and so we are going to backtrack a little bit. I can catch you guys up on some of the weeks that I had missed. Week 19 was my third week on the 12.5 milligram of Mounjaro. A lot of things in that week went pretty well. I did get in 2 walks that week. I got in my strength training that week. I also did average 7 hours of sleep per night. And then there were some things that didn't go so well. I only tracked my meals for I think 1 of the days out of 7. I was still eating mindfully, but I wasn't planning ahead of time about what I was going to be eating and then tracking those things. So some days I was eating below the calories that I wanted to hit, and then of course some days I was hitting too many calories. That week I was down 1.4 pounds for a total of 53 pounds lost.
Nice.
Week 20. So week 20 went about the same. I did get in my 2 walks that week as well, but I did not do my strength training. I did better on sleep. I was averaging about 7.5 hours, maybe a little bit more per night, and I was still getting in my water consistently. I was hitting the 48 ounces consistently, but I wouldn't say that I was hitting the 56 ounces, which was my target for this month. I kind of reverted a little bit back and went back down to the 48 ounces, but I still was hitting that consistently every single day. And so my week 20 ended up, I lost 4.6 pounds, which is a really big number. I think that might actually be my highest weight loss in a week yet. I'll have to go back and check. I'll post it up here if that's the case. Obviously, I was really thrilled with that weight loss, but I was not doing the tracking. That week also, I only tracked 1 of the days and I didn't do any pre-planning. And so I think I was more days consistently not hitting my 1650 calories per day, which is not how I want to do this. Like, I am aiming to lose weight, but I'm not looking to do it in an unhealthy way. And I don't think that 1 week of not hitting your calories is too detrimental. It is something that I talked to my dietitian about, but definitely not hitting those calories on a consistent basis can do some harm to my metabolism and, might put me more into a fat storing mode than a fat burning mode, and I really don't want that to happen. Yeah, so I do realize that. I'm being mindful of it. That said, for the end of month 5, I weighed in at 267.4. So very excited because that puts me into the 260s, and I have not been in the 260s since 2017. So that's like, it's almost 6 years since I've been into the 260s. Just, I don't know, it's mind blowing to me. And I was down a total of 8.8 pounds for the month, and my total weight loss so far is 57.6 pounds. Just amazing. I don't know. I don't even have words to describe how I feel, but just really happy, really excited. I also did my measurements for this month, comparing to January, and had some really good results as far as the measurements are concerned. I lost the majority of my weight in like my trunk area. So I was down over an inch in my chest, over 2 inches in my waist, about an inch and a half in my hips, and then a little over an inch in both my thighs. The neck and arms and what have you all went down as well, but they're not as big to begin with, so obviously not going to see those kind of numbers. It's so crazy, and I feel like all the time I'm pulling something out of my closet that is now too big, and I'm finding myself wanting to hold on to some of my favorite pieces, but they're just big. They're so big. And I've been trying to, take some opportunities to let things go out of my closet and try and find some new pieces, although I don't want to be spending a bunch of money on new clothes. So I've gone like to the thrift store, and then I'm also on a Facebook group that buy and trade used clothing within your area that you live in. So that's been really helpful. I also did my side-by-side pictures. I'll throw them up here comparing this month to last month's pictures, and then also this month to my beginning pictures. And yeah, I don't know, the changes are so crazy. I don't see them every day. When I start seeing pictures from before, then it's really surprising to me, the changes that I can really see and notice now. So anyway, I wanted to keep this update pretty quick. These next few updates, I think I'm gonna do 2-week increments. So I'll do the first 2 weeks in March next, and then my 6-month update, and then we'll be all caught up. So I'm very excited. I also have another video that I recorded with Michelle Hess where we're talking about compounding pharmacies and questions, all sorts of questions to do with compounded semaglutide and tirzepatide, and about compounding pharmacies in general. It's not a subject that I knew a lot about, so I want to talk to Michelle because I know she has a lot more experience with working with compounding pharmacies and also doing research, looking for compounding pharmacies for herself and her sister. So yeah, I'm really excited to post up that video because we're not necessarily, it's more of like a conversation that her and I are having, bouncing different ideas, me mostly bouncing ideas off of her, because she is just such a wealth of knowledge and so willing to help, and just such a lovely person. So anyway, I will let you all go. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for sticking with me during my pause. I really, truly appreciate and love you all. And we'll see you next time. Bye.